Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside that weather window. And as advertised, we talked about it last night, a little bit hazy out there today. Luckily, we're not getting a smell of that smoke. It is staying about 5,000 to 6,000 feet above the Earth's surface. So just kind of a milky look to our skies today as we look down at the Eniat area from our Waterville Sky-Fi Tower camera. Temperatures, though, did climb nicely into the upper 70s and lower 80s. And as we move through the last day of September today and into October, boy, it's going to feel more like summer as we head into the weekend. Lots of sunshine with high temperatures mainly in the upper 70s to low 80s, although I think we'll even touch the mid-80s. We'll talk more about your weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Free community-wide COVID-19 testing arrives in Wenatchee beginning Saturday and lasting through Thursday at Wenatchee High School. And a Wenatchee man who sold methamphetamine to police informants earned a roughly 4-year prison sentence this week. But first, we begin tonight. The Chelan-Douglas Health District on Tuesday, announced the 24th death from COVID-19 in the two-county region, the second male patient in his 40s to die of the pandemic disease in the last week. The district says this brings the total number of deaths in Chelan County from the pandemic to 17, plus a total of 7 in Douglas County. Health officials continue to encourage wearing facial masks and maintaining 6 feet of social distance in public. The pandemic has so far claimed more than 2,100 lives in Washington and 205,000 nationwide. Well, free community-wide COVID-19 testing arrives in Wenatchee beginning on Sunday and lasting through Thursday at Wenatchee High School. Anyone can be tested on those days from 1 to 7 p.m. No ID is required, and volunteers will be on hand to help people register. Anyone who tests positive will be notified within 24 to 48 hours. The Chelan-Douglas Health District has been offering self-administered community testing at towns throughout Chelan and Douglas counties in recent weeks. Today through Friday, the testing is being offered also at Eniat School from 3 to 6 p.m. Well, a Wenatchee man who sold methamphetamine to police informants earned a roughly 4-year prison sentence this week. Walter Alexander Bentley, who's 49, pleaded guilty Monday to conspiracy to distribute meth as well as a count of identity theft. The Columbia River Drug Task Force says Bentley sold their informants heroin and meth in multiple controlled buys earlier this year. Bentley has previous convictions for drug possession, burglary, and theft. Chelan County Judge Travis Brandt sentenced him to 50 months. Well, coming up next, Douglas PUD Fish and Wildlife agreed to boost Chinook salmon rearing numbers at Wells Hatchery. One of the few remaining civilian Conservation Corps structures in the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest is in the process of being restored. And if in the next 2 days you find yourself wondering what those helicopters are up to, we'll let you know. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no-cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Pybus Public Market's motto is where community meets. Whether it's people, enjoying an event, or they meet a colleague for coffee and whip out their laptop and are able to actually do work here, having quick and reliable Wi-Fi is one of the things that makes Pybus such a great community hub. It just contributes to the welcoming place that we want Pybus to be. I'm Allie, and fiber keeps people connected, and that's what Pybus Market is all about.
Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today.
Welcome back. And in other news, as part of the effort to preserve the southern resident orcas in northwest waters, the Douglas County PUD is upping the production of Chinook salmon at its Wells hatchery. The hatchery operation near Pateros currently rears and releases about 500,000 juvenile Chinook salmon each year. PUD commissioners voted on Monday to increase that number to a full 1 million in 2021 as part of their agreement with the State Department of Fish and Wildlife. In exchange, the state will pay the PUD $297,000 annually and take over the task of marking all the Chinook before release. Those fish are the primary food source for all southern resident orcas in the Salish Sea. The whales have suffered severe population declines attributed to lower Chinook numbers. Well, one of the few remaining civilian Conservation Corps structures in the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest is in the process of being restored. The Forest Service said logs used for the kitchen at Silver Falls Campground in the Eniat Ranger District had been rotting, threatening the structure's integrity. The kitchen was a gathering place for Depression Area CCC crews. HistoriCorps, a group dedicated to saving historic structures, is partnering with the Ranger District on the project using funds from a state grant. The Forest Service says CCC structures are an integral part of American history, and the project ensures the kitchen will remain long into the future. Well, if in the next 2 days you find yourself wondering what those helicopters are up to, here's the answer in advance. It's the PUD, it's inspecting power lines. On Thursday and Friday, the Chelan County PUD will have a helicopter flying low and slow along transmission lines from Fancher Heights to Rock Island, then across the river near Alcoa and Palisades. The PUD says it's part of its continuing efforts to utilize new technologies. In this case, crews will be to detail inspection lines and equipment using high-definition video. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Well, it was 52 years ago today that about 3,000 people gathered to celebrate the opening of the North Cascades Highway, then known as the North Cross State Highway. In tonight's feature story, Washington State Archive shared images from the historic gathering and the dignitaries who attended. Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to the details, let's take a look once again outside our weather window. This is our Waterville Sky-Fi Tower camera provided by LocalTel as we look down at the Eniat Valley. And what a beautiful shot that was today. We thought we might see all blue skies, but I talked about the possibility last night of that smoky haze moving in, and that's what we saw today. Our skies just kind of looked milky out there today, didn't they? But that didn't stop our temperatures from rising today. We're still well above normal unofficially. High temperature in Wenatchee today, 79 degrees, more like a summertime temperature, isn't it? 70 is our normal high. 52 was our overnight low this morning, and that's 5 degrees above where we should be at 47. Record high, 85 degrees, and that was set back in 1970. Record low, 34, and that was in 1985. No new precipitation the past 24 hours. That's not going to change for a while either, so we're going to be stuck right there at 2.97 inches as we move forward through the weekend and even into most of next week. Sunrise 6:59 this morning, and the sun will set tonight at 6:41. As we head into your Thursday, don't expect a lot of changes. In fact, don't expect a lot of changes throughout our forecast. It's going to stay nice with high pressure firmly anchored over us. 85 in Moses Lake tomorrow, 84 in Quincy and Ephrata, 83 in Wenatchee, then a little bit cooler in the upper valleys. Haze in the morning. We will see skies a lot like today, and then we will see some clearing skies late in the day, and actually mostly sunny, I think, towards the end of Thursday, so it should be an awfully nice day. Surface loop time. Let's take a look at tonight. We'll see widespread haze and light wind. You can see some of that haze right here. Most of the bad air, though, and it's really not bad quality, is in the western part of Washington. You can see the deeper red seeing a little bit worse air quality, but that is now spread all across Washington State, all the way over into Spokane, also with some smoke issues. For Thursday, morning haze, as I mentioned, afternoon sun and warm. Most of the smoky skies by afternoon will be to our west and then down to our southeast around around Walla Walla. And then as we get into Friday, things will really get nice. That high pressure ridge up and into British Columbia will bring all of us clear skies and unseasonably warm temperatures. Thursday, we're talking highs in the lower, maybe mid 80s for some locations in north central Washington. And then Saturday, 85 degrees or 84. I think we can call that hot for this time of year. That'll be almost 15 degrees above our normal high temperature this weekend. For Sunday, a weak upper level disturbance will move through. That'll just bring clouds into the western part of the state. But for us, still unseasonably warm, with most of us still in that orange color, which means 80-degree temperatures. And we're going to be lower to mid 80s on Sunday. For Monday, not much change other than we'll cool down a couple degrees. I'm thinking about 82 or so for our high temperature as we kick off our Monday. Large area of high pressure continuing to drag all of that warm air right into to the Pacific Northwest, and that will continue right into Tuesday with sunny skies and warm temperatures. But I'll give you a little hint. Past Tuesday into the end of next week, a giant storm is moving our way, and that could cool us off with high temperatures then only in the 50s. So enjoy this nice weather. Let's take a look now at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling 7-day forecast. Very nice tonight, isn't it? 58 the overnight low, a little bit of haze tomorrow, and then sunny skies in the afternoon, 83. And look at Friday and Saturday, both high temperatures at 84 degrees. And folks, we're just not going to change those temperatures much. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday under sunny skies. Expect high temperatures in the lower 80s. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Kerry Condata. This is the 12th District TV show, aired 8 times every week on NCWLIFE TV. We cover business and politics like no one else does it because I've been there and done it. 30 years self-employed, 16 years in the House of Representatives, and 12 years running campaigns across the state of Washington. That resume means you're getting information you can't get anywhere else. This is the 12th District. I'm Kerry Condata.
The 2021 models are arriving at Sangster Motors. General Motors is on the move with the all-new 2021 Yukon. Yukon is redesigned from the ground up with a bold new look and all the latest technology. Also new is the Canyon AT4 pickup. This off-road equipped mid-size truck will challenge any rival for performance and value. Both of these models will offer Duramax diesel options for maximum power and economy. The American Challenge is game on at Sangster Motors now.
If fishing is your dream, make your dream a reality with a smokercraft boat from Bombfile Boats and Motors. It's not just about catching fish, it's about making memories. See a smokercraft boat today at Bombfile Boats and Motors. They also have a great line of pontoon boats big enough for fishing for the whole family. Find Bombfile Boats and Motors online at bobfile.com or on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee.
Bombfile Boats and Motors, we're dealing. Bobfile's gonna make you smile.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color Effects in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. We're halfway there. Downhill slide towards the weekend has begun. Former University of Washington and Seattle Seahawks star wide receiver Jermaine Kearse announced his retirement yesterday. Kearse went to his Instagram account to make a brief announcement. He said, quote, "After 8 years playing in the NFL, I'm leaving the game feeling extremely grateful and content with what I was able to accomplish out there on the field, not only for myself, but my family as well. Going through some extreme highs and some extreme lows has taught me a lot about myself, and by the grace of God, he was able to pull me through the rough times, and in the end, all those experiences were worth it," end quote. After 5 years in Seattle and helping the Seahawks to its first ever Super Bowl win, the Lakes High School graduate was traded to the Jets. Then after 2 seasons in New York, he was traded to Detroit. but a broken leg in the preseason ended his 2019 season before it ever got started. The Seahawks put together a thank you video for Kearse, highlighting some of the most memorable catches and plays during his career as a Seahawk.
Up, ball slap. He caught it. It fell into his arms. Holy catfish! He's got a man. The ball is caught. It is a touchdown. What a catch in the end zone. It is Kearse.
Oh, man, that guy didn't catch a lot of balls, but it seems that we remember the ones he caught the most. Well, with injuries decimating Seattle's defense, Seahawks have signed a defensive back to help out with the cause. Former Green Bay Packer and Cleveland Brown Demarius Randall was signed by the Seahawks yesterday. Randall was a first-round pick by the Packers in 2015 and has made 56 career starts. Seattle also signed defensive back Ryan Neal to their 53-man roster and linebacker Tim Williams to their practice squad. You remember Neal is the guy who picked off that ball of Dak Prescott in the end zone of Sunday's 38-31 win in the closing seconds. Seattle travels to Miami Sunday to take on the 1-2 Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium. Kickoff at 10 o'clock. You can watch it on Fox. Well, it's a huge day. I mean, never in the history of baseball have there been 8 playoff games in one day. That's what happened today. The expansion of the playoffs allowing the opportunity to have 8 in one day. Let's take a look at what happened yesterday in the American League wild card race. Jose Altuve worked a bases-loaded walk at the top of the ninth off Twins reliever Sergio Romo to break a 1-all tie and help Houston take a 1-0 lead in Minneapolis. Michael Brantley added a 2-run single in the ninth to make the final score 4-1. We'll tell you about Game 2 coming up in just a moment. Adam Engel, Jose Abreu, and Yasmani Grandal all homered for the White Sox. And the pitching staff for Chicago held Oakland to 1 run on 3 hits as Chicago topped the A's 4-1. Game 2 of their series is underway. Tampa Bay only had 4 hits in the game, but Manuel Margot had the biggest with a 2-run homer in the 7th as the Rays topped the Toronto Blue Jays by a final of 3-1. Again, we'll get more on today's games coming up. Yankees threw up some crooked numbers all over the board in a 12-3 thrashing of Cleveland in Game 1 of their American League Wild Card Series last night. Aaron Judge, Gleyber Torres, and Brett Gardner, as well as Giancarlo Stanton, all hit home runs, and New York's 15-hit barrage. I know, we got to put up with Dan Kuntz around here today. Mr. Yankee had to lube up his ears to get his head through the doorways. Game 2 happening on ESPN as we speak. We already have several games in the books today, so let's take a look at that. Houston advanced to the American League Divisional Series with a 3-1 win over the Twins today in Minneapolis. Kyle Tucker drove in a couple runs for Houston, and Carlos Correa hit a home run. Astros await the winner of the Oakland and Chicago series for their divisional matchup. Now, Freddie Freeman's walk-off RBI single scored Christian Posh as Atlanta topped the Reds 1-0 in 13 innings to take a 1-0 lead on Cincinnati in its National League Wild Card Series. Reds left 13 on the base paths and were 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position. And in Chicago, Miami broke open a close game at the top of the 7th in a 3-run homer by Corey Dickerson and a 2-run shot by Jesus Aguilar. The Marlins hold a 1-0 lead heading into tomorrow's Game 2. That'll be at 11:08 in the morning on ABC. So let's run down the rest of the wild card action going on today. St. Louis at San Diego, New York at Cleveland, and Milwaukee at Los Angeles. At least 5 more games will be played tomorrow, so you can look forward to that. Well, Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval celebrated its season finale last Saturday. Unfortunately, we had all kinds of technical difficulties delivering it here live on the NCWLIFE channel. We did have it live on Facebook on a cell phone, thanks to my wife Marion. But if you'd like to actually watch it, how it was recorded, now it's up on our website. Just go to NCWLIFE.com, click on the full episodes tab, and you'll find it titled WVSO on NCWLIFE 2020 0926. That's kind of how we do things here. We were able to capture all the footage with our cameras, and Greg Rentz and I had the call, so you can watch it there. Also, we'll have it on TV coming up this Saturday. Replay 6 o'clock right here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel. And again, apologies for the technical issues we had on Saturday. We have those, I think, narrowed down, rectified, and we hope to have things straightened out by the time we get more sports in January. We also have another event coming up in a few weeks. We'll have a debate right here on the NCWLIFE channel coming up in October on a couple of Wednesdays away, so be sure and watch for that. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And you and the crew, great coverage at the Super Oval this season. Well, as we leave you tonight, back in April, Chelan County and the Wenatchee Sportsmen's Association won a grant to install cameras in the Stamilt and Squilchuck basins to track the movement of wildlife there. That project has begun to pay off with some striking images showing the migration of elk and their predators through the backcountry south of Wenatchee. Data gathered from the $14,000 study will help guide land use decisions in the 2 basins, including development, farming, irrigation, and recreation. Sportsmen's Association President Adam Neff says the cameras were put in place by a contractor back in late spring. And remember, if you have a video of the day that you'd like to see here on the NCWLIFE Evening News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCWLIFE channel. Now we'll check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. Tomorrow, Thursday, is the first day of October, but as Grant just told you, it ain't going to feel like October. It's going to feel more like August with this sunny and nice weather. Also, it's a little bit on the hazy side, but it's nothing we can't deal with. We'll talk about that all-important weather forecast as we slide into that first weekend in October. We'll have the news, we'll have sports, we'll have the obscure holiday today in history, some celebrity birthdays. Everybody is entitled to Mike McNighty's opinion. Start your day live and local with Wake Up Wenatchee Valley tomorrow morning live at 7 a.m. We'll see you then. Grant, back to you.
Thanks a bunch, Dan, and that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
Badger Mountain Brewing is proud to announce the grand opening of our new kitchen. Come try out our new menu featuring fabulous steaks, prime rib, gourmet burgers, and seafood grilled up by experienced meat master Chef Galen Goodman. To complement your mouth-watering meal, Badger Mountain Brewing features 14 in-house crafted beers, an alcohol-free root beer infused with 11 different herbs and spices, 3 different ciders, and a great wine selection. Don't miss out on the best meats and the best brews down at Badger Mountain Brewing.
Located at 1 Orondo Avenue across the tracks from the Pybus Market.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills. A chill is in the air and it's a perfect time for some old-fashioned comfort food like our amazing Eggs Benedict, chicken fried steak, French dips, soups made from scratch, or fruit pies fresh from the oven. The crowds might be gone, but we're still here for you folks. So bring an appetite and a friend to Blueberry Hills in Manson, where you pick, you sit, you eat, and you visit. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 to 3. wildaboutberries.com.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.